Hey, what's up, Market Moose? Mark from the Moose on the Loose. I hope you're doing well on this Retirement Friday. Before making YouTube videos, before founding Dividend Stocks Rock, I used to work as a financial planner at National Bank and then became a private banker at 1859. And throughout that period, for like 10 years, I've met with hundreds of Canadians, couples, singles, families. A lot of them were approaching retirement with one big question: do I have enough to retire? Seems simple, right? I mean, they were not looking for the hottest stock pick. They were actually looking for clarity. There are so many things that you have to consider, like your sources of income, the withdrawal plans, tax optimization, estate planning. It feels overwhelming. It feels daunting. And it's true, it is complex. I mean, a lot of people will tell you, oh, you just need to run some calculations and then you're all going to be fine. But it's not true. Like, your situation is complex. It's not that easy to write a complete plan. And it would be saying like, okay, so financial planners are just clowns, such as lawyers are just clowns, and then dentists are just clowns, and then everybody's just clowns because they want your money. It's not exactly how it works. And you know what? There are like great advisors and there are not so great advisors, as pretty much anywhere places. But a great advisor will tell you how to build your retirement plan, and it will show you how to withdraw the money in the right sequence. Want to make sure that you withdraw enough money, but you're not drying out your account and not surviving your accounts, right? You want to make sure that you don't pay too much taxes, or you're not building a tax bomb at retirement, because maybe you're deferring all your taxes and eventually someone will have to pay a 50% taxes rate on your estate, which may not be optimal either. And most importantly, even if you have a plan today, one nagging question will come back is, did I do the right things? Like, am I on the right path? And the only way to make sure that you are is to double check, triple check your plan, right? You need a framework and you need tools to look at it. You need support. And most importantly, you need a community that have gone through the same problems that you did, or faced the same challenges, or actually just did exactly what you're about to do. And then you can ask them, hey, Mike, how was it? Like, did you encounter any road bumps? Is there any details I should be aware of? Well, this is the reason why I created Retirement Loop. Because Retirement Loop is not just a spreadsheet where you key in your numbers, you press on a button, and everything gets smoothed out magically. It's a lot more than that. There's the financial projection side, but there's also the support. There's the community. And actually, starting next week, we're going on an Ontario tour, Vero and I. So for the full week, we'll be in Ontario, visiting Ottawa, Toronto, Hamilton, and London for meetings with our loopers, so members of Retirement Loop. So we want to make sure that they connect in real life on top of connecting on the platform. And we want to provide support. We want to provide all the information that you need. In December, we will have a looper show. We usually have like those looper show once a month. Those are kind of like webinars with invited guests. And the next one is like super exciting because in early December, we are going to talk about how to live abroad when you retire. So what are the tax implications, how you can do that? Should you live abroad partially or completely? So that's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to have an expert, a financial planner that helps clients doing that. And this is, of course, only reserved to Retirement Loop members. So the market moves, and it moves a lot these days. Life events happen, things change, and I always like to see the retirement like a long journey, like the one that I did when I quit everything at the age of 35, jumped in a small RV with my family, and drove all the way down to Costa Rica. I had this big plan, this itinerary. I knew exactly where I wanted to go, how I would do it. But you know what? 3 weeks in, I completely changed my plan. And then as I went into this journey, I learned more stuff and then I adapted and I changed a lot of things along the way. Fortunately, it was easy on a travel because I just had to take a pause and then discuss it with my family and then move on. I required support actually from other travelers, other overlanders that we call them, because they're living in their trucks and they're doing the van life and so on. And having access to this kind of community helped me a lot to plan my trip and having a successful one, which brought me memories, magical memories for the rest of my life. Well, at Retirement Loop, we do exactly the same thing for your retirement. So you can adapt, you can retire each year, and you can adjust your spending as you evolve. And you need the tools and the support to do that, which is found within Retirement Loop. Next week, because we're all reopening the doors for a few days now, next week on Monday, we are starting a 21-day challenge to build your plan. So we call it Retire Each Year. So even if you're 20 years before retirement, or if you're in retirement and you're 70 today, you still need to retire each year. You still need to make sure that your plan is still good, to verify your withdrawals of your sequence withdrawals, tax optimization, and so on. So those are the things that you need to do every single year. And this is why we start that 21-day challenge. So it's separated in 3 weeks where we're going to help all new loopers and existing loopers to build or review their plan for 2026. So in the first week, we're going to talk about the mindset. So we're going to talk about how can you spend more and maybe try to enjoy more life, create more memories with the one that you love. What are the craziest thing that you want to do, and how can you shift your mindset between the accumulation phase and the decumulation phase to make sure that you're okay. We're going to help you envision your retirement, what you're going to do, what are the big goals, but also the smaller goals, your purpose. That is all about week 1. It's about the mindset. On week 2, every single day, we're going to discover the Retirement Loop spreadsheet. So the spreadsheet, it runs on Excel with macros. It's a financial projection software, super easy to use, but still, I mean, it's like giving you the keys to a Ferrari when you never drove. You need a step-by-step guide to make sure that you don't crash your Ferrari in the field. So we're going to take a look at the optimizer, making sure that you understand how it works and how to fill every single point. So it's a step-by-step process that we're going to help you do that. That's week number 2. It's about planning. Week number 3, it's about taking action. So we're getting ready to get the final plan. It's right before Christmas, so it's going to end on December 15th, so it's going to be perfect. You're going to have your plan in 3 weeks right before Christmas. Taking action, you're going to review your spreadsheet, make sure that everything is fine. You will be able to take a schedule an appointment with our retirement coach that will help you go through everything. We're going to look at the risk. We're going to help you prepare your portfolio for withdrawals as well. So we have ways and tricks to do that, so you're not getting caught off selling shares in a bad market, which could happen these days. It's kind of shaky, right? So we're all going to do that in week 3, which is about taking action. So you have this weekend to take your decision to join Retirement Loop or not. After that, I'm not going to talk about it. We're going to close the doors. We're going to take care of our new loopers, and we're going to reopen maybe in June next year or something like that. But it's going to be a while before we reopen. So for this weekend only until Monday, you can register at retirementloop.ca/join. So super simple, retirementloop.ca/join. So I'm looking forward to welcoming you at Retirement Loop this weekend. It's going to be a great event. A lot of people are joining in actually this week, so it's going to be great. And next Monday, be ready to get started on your retirement plan right before the holidays. All right, Moose, that's enough for today. Tomorrow it's off. It's Saturday. So tomorrow you join Retirement Loop, and this is the only thing that you have to do. We're going to talk again on Monday. And until then, don't forget to stay invested.